Hey everybody, I'm your pal the Kanyan, and it was really nice sleeping in for a change. Right now it's like noon. I got up half an hour ago, got on my phone and started playing mobile games. Last night I stayed up pretty much all night. I was hanging out on a stream. It was a bit of a movie night stream. It was kind of cool. I wasn't the one streaming, but I was in a live stream, like in the chat, and that was fun. I had this recurring dream that I know I've had before, and I thought I'd tell you guys about it because it's super weird. Basically, what happens is I'm thrown into the middle of this event. I don't get to see what started it all. I'm just in the middle of it with a lady who I'm calling my mom but isn't my mom, and a baby who isn't mine, but I still call it mine. It's really weird. Um, and in the dream, the baby feels like my kid brother and not like a baby. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, so what happens is we're in the middle of this big mall, and I say mall, but it's like a mall combination hospital. If that makes any sense to you, it shouldn't, because it doesn't to me. And like one floor is just basically a Hobby Lobby, and we are like it's really awkward because it's like a mix between the body snatchers and 28 days later, because people who get infected don't know they're infected until they try to kill you. And so that happens, and eventually there's just mass chaos. All right, and then I get separated from not mom and not baby, not brother. And all of a sudden, I'm with this different group, and we're trying to get to we're trying to leave like a themed park or like research park or something like that. I don't know quite what it is. Kind of like imagine Jurassic Park, except they were studying specifically zombies or something like that. And the elevator breaks. And for some reason, the elevator has the main elevator doors that close, right? This is the main elevator door, the one that everyone's familiar with. Elevators close and open. And then a second door behind it. And then here's where we are. And at some point, I have a friend who comes in with the elevator with me, and he gets stuck between these doors because there's enough space for a body there. I don't know why they would design it that way. It's a dream. And I go up. I'm like, oh shoot, he might get crushed. I'm like yelling at him, stay near the door. And he's not an idiot. He knows what to do. Go back down. This door opens. He comes back in. Crisis averted, right? It is until the gravity shuts off and the elevator breaks. Yeah, I said it. Gravity shuts off. So we're in this elevator. The gravity shuts off. And next thing I know, basically the whole place is just going to shit. All right, my friend's not there anymore. I don't know where he went, but the floor, the platform, the elevator, like the entire shaft broke apart, and pieces of it are flying at me. Gravity's off. There should be no reason those are coming at me specifically, but they are. Then in the dream, I'm like, the elevator shaft got infected. And so because that happened, I left the elevator shaft because the door is broken miraculously. And when I get out, I'm at the Hobby Lobby, and I like meet back up with not mom and not baby, not brother. And so we're in this Hobby Lobby shitty place, and all these people are like, "Oh, who's infected? Oh no, I don't want to die. I'm scared." And I'm like, "It's all right. We're gonna be fine." And then VR has been on the rise recently in video gaming news and stuff. And maybe that was just on my mind, but that got added to the dream. Because all of a sudden, it does like a jump cut, like we're in a movie. And it's got all these guys in VR gear just sitting at tables like this. And one guy's like, I don't know if he can make it out of this one. Like they're just like watching a movie, like watching me. And I'm like, that's super weird. And then it does a jump cut again, and I'm back into the dream. I'm like, what happened? And so I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure this out, right? And And I'm like trying to call friends, and none of it's going through. And I'm like, all right, okay, all right. And I called people who weren't even in the dream at the time. I called everybody. I needed help. I didn't know what was happening. I wanted to know if people were safe. And then um, we we left after discovering one guy who was infected was trying to kill us. But he was so dang sneaky about it that no one knew he was infected. And then, as we're trying to get out, as it would turn out, not mom and not baby were infected, and they tried to kill me. So then I was like, oh, this is horrible. And then, realizing that I can't trust anybody, I left. But then, something different happened, and all of a sudden, like the sky breaks apart, and I'm in like a grid, like I'm in Tron or something, and then I'm yelling at some dude. That was weird. I tried to scratch my head and I scratched the ear. Like some dude is yelling at me, disembodied voice, and goes, "Oh, okay, you think you're hot shit, huh?" And then some other dude is like, "Is he talking to you or is he talking to me?" And I'm like, "I hope he's talking to you because I just want to go home." And all of a sudden, it's like the Left 4 Dead map, sugar, like the hard rain. You know the like beginning part with the gas station. It was like that, except way more open, and also like a warehouse. There were big warehouse containers everywhere. I don't know what the heck the deal was. And then there's this big old enemy wolf cat that comes up, and he starts chasing us. And turns out he's really fast, but he can hit us, and we may or may not die from it. We have like a number of hits we can take or something like that. I don't know. It was really weird. And so I'm running, all right, and this other guy's running in a different direction. I just woke up. I'm dehydrated. I'm running, and the other guy's running in a different direction because we both knew that if we ran together, he'd get us both. So we separated. And so the cat wolf was going back between us, trying to kill one or the other. And somehow I discover I have video game abilities. This is weird. And I haven't been playing too many video games lately, just Hearthstone. I have playthroughs I should finish, but I'm been playing Hearthstone. Anyway, so then that's happening, right? And so I high jump, like in Saints Row 4, and I'm on top of the gas station, and the cat wolf gets up there, and he's chasing me over all across rooftops all of a sudden. And then the guy's like, that's not fair, because the other guy's going to leave. So he made the cat wolf chase the other guy, and then he made a giant Santa Claus show up, and the Santa Claus is like, oh, look at this little reindeer. Look at this little cutie. It's been a while since I've seen a flying reindeer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You work with flying reindeers. That's part of your job description. And he's like, oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna kill it. And I'm like, is he talking about me? And so I'm running. I'm hippity-hoppiting all over the place. I want to leave. I don't want to be there. I want to hide. And Santa Claus is chasing me. And he starts talking about how like he's not able to make Mrs. Claus happy at nighttime. And I'm like, I don't need to know this. I just want to leave. And next thing I know, I'm back in the mall. I'm like, okay, listen. All right, listen to yourself. You know the elevator shaft is broken, so don't take the elevators. What do people normally do instead of taking the elevators? That's right, they jump. So I jumped off the building, out of a window, and Santa Claus, I can see him in the distance, and he sees me. So he starts doing a mad sprint, trying to come over here to get me. And I'm like, alright, that's happening. So I look down, and where I'm falling to is, if you guys remember the restaurants, the chain restaurants called the Mayan, where they had guys jumping down waterfalls, it was the waterfall to one of those restaurants. And people were dining and eating, like everything was fine. And I land in the water, And I jump out and I start running again, and everyone's like, "Wow, wow, look at this guy!" Meanwhile, all I want to do is like go home and like watch Game Grumps or Team Four Star or Demolition D or anyone on YouTube. I just want to go home and do what I usually do, which is absolutely nothing with no one around. I just don't want to be there anymore. And so then Santa Claus, he's like, he's like, I figured it out. You're able to get away from me because I'm too big. So he shrinks down way too small, and so now I'm the giant. And so I'm like, and I step on him. I killed Santa because he was trying to kill me. And then I woke up.